Hey folks, welcome to the first ever grammar school show and tell broadcast. I am live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. I've got one person watching me on YouTube already. That's awesome. I don't know how many people are going to be watching me on Facebook and Periscope because those are the cheap seats behind me, Facebook and Periscope. I can't pay attention to the comments on three platforms for this particular show. So if you are watching on Periscope or Facebook, you will not have your comments and questions answered. The cheap seats are back there. YouTube is the premium seats. Hey, there's Gary Cantrell on YouTube. Hey, hope you're having a good day, Gary. Thanks for joining me. Sorry, folks, that my voice is scratchy. Yesterday I did 3 live videos. Today I've already done 1, and this is my second one today. So I've been going hard. I also spent a lot of time on the telephone yesterday. But for those of you on the podcast, this is the live video version of Grammar School. It's called Show and Tell. It's a TriCast. It has no set schedule. I just announce it when I announce it. I actually didn't tell the podcast folks on the podcast. I should have created an episode where I told you guys I was going to go live today. I apologize. I will do that in the future. But I did let everybody know on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that. Gary's saying it's snowy in Northern Virginia, but he got off work early and he's going to work on some content today. So I'm happy to hear that, Gary, that you're going to be doing that. So anyway, folks, let's browse what's going to go on here right now. If you're watching this on live video, you see a couple things. You see my Grammar School Show and Tell banner up at the top. You see my Todd.LIVE banner at the bottom, along with right now. This banner won't always be there, but questions and comments are addressed on YouTube only. That's really important. I'm really trying to get people to participate on YouTube. And I also only want to focus on comments from one platform, and YouTube seems like the place to do it. I've got 3 people watching me right there. I'm very happy to have you with me. I don't know how many people are watching me on Instagram or I've got Instagram running in the background on one iPad, but I do have Periscope running live and Facebook. There's people that might be watching on those. I have no idea. I hope that you guys will migrate over to the premium seats over here on this computer where that's in front of me, where I can see your comments if you choose to participate. And participation on Grammar School is going to be heavily encouraged. So let's move on to my next slide. And I've got some things to show you here. Give me a second. Let me get my phone going where I want it. Okay, so this is where on Grammar School we're going to be doing work. Look at that. Gary Cantrell's comments are up on my screen right now. So anybody that comments, they're going to get the highlight of being on my screen for a while. And this is a trick that I got from my friend Nick Nimmin. Nick runs a show on Saturday mornings on YouTube where he does a lot of YouTube. I mean, it's like a 5-hour show. It goes all day. And he gives tips and tricks on YouTube. He showcases people's accounts and all that. And he loves to bring the comments up. And his comments are scrolling so fast you can't even read them a lot of the time. So I'd love to get to that level here on Grammar School. Today, I got my first 2 comments from my friend Gary. He's been a guest here on Grammar School. He's a friend of the podcast. He's a friend of me, Todd.LIVE. And I'm very honored. If you don't know Gary is sharing on Instagram an amazing journey of self-empowerment and discipline and consistency and just, busting through and just, crushing it. And his mission is losing weight, and he's done a significant job already, and he's got a ways to go, but he's going to do it because he's sharing his journey on Instagram on a daily basis. It's a fascinating journey. He's a great personality. He's a podcaster. And he creates great content. So check out Gary if you have a chance on Instagram. Find his podcast. Hey, I've got 4 watching on YouTube. Feel free to leave a comment so that I know that you're with me. And I like to shout people out. If you're not already a subscriber of my channel here on YouTube, that's what the little ticker underneath the chat box is. That is my subscriber count. I have 211, and I'm just forever grateful to all 211 people that are following me right now. But that is a live counter. So if you're not already subscribing, subscribe, and you will see that counter change. And I've got a little surprise, a little shtick that I've got that I've developed that if I see that counter go up, I've got a little thing that we'll do. Of course, my Todd.LIVE on Instagram. I encourage you on the podcast or on the live videos. If you're not following me on Instagram, to follow me on Instagram. I do a lot of live video and Instagram tutorials, tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. I've got 2 podcasts, one on live video, one on Instagram, and I would love to have you with me on my journey. If you decide to go over to Todd.LIVE on Instagram and follow me, please reach out. Send me a private message, and I will respond to you in kind. If you send a video message, I'll respond with a video message. If you send a text message, I'll respond with a video message, maybe, or a text message, maybe even a video message. Oh, wait, I wonder if somebody's subscribing to my, you know what? I've never tried this before, but the little white box has gone, the little ticker on YouTube has gone white. What does that mean here? Let's see if that means, did it update? Let's see here. I don't think it updated. It just went white. What was that about? I don't see. That's a new function that I've got. I don't know if it's going to work. I have seen the ticker turn before from 2010 to 2011, so I know it can work, but I don't know why the little box went white just now. I just went and did a refresh, and hopefully that solves the problem. So over there on the right, you see my phone. I'm using an app called Reflector 2, or no, it's actually Reflector 3. Reflector is a great app. It allows you to bring your iPhone or your iPad. I guess it works with Android. I don't know, but I know it works with Apple products because that's what I use. And it allows you to bring it onto your screen as a window. And it puts that nice looking, look, I'm using an iPhone X and it actually, you can choose which iPhone you have, so it gives the proper graphics as far as the borders of the image that they show. But I use the Reflector 2 app, and whatever I do on my phone happens, as you can see. And podcast folks, I encourage you to go watch this video and replay and to catch the live ones in the future. But whatever you see going on the screen is what is going on my screen in real time. It's awesome. I wondered if I've got so many things going right now. I wonder if I'm going to get the spinning wheel on a regular basis, but I've got a lot of stuff going here between 2 computers, Wirecast, Reflector 3. I've got these 3 iPads in the background using Wi-Fi, so who knows how good my signal is. This is a test run right now, but let's see how a piece of video will do. Let's go to my friend Bree Palmer. Let's see if we get it. If it's real choppy. It's kind of choppy, isn't it? Yeah, you guys, when I play a video, you guys can hear the noise, but I can't. That's a downside of me doing this. I can't hear the noise. If I had the speakers on the computer to where I could hear the noise, it would create a loop, an audio loop. So I can't hear the noise. I'm going to have to find a trick out to where I can hear the noise when I play somebody's video so that I can share things with you and comment, and I'm not left out of the sound. I know you guys can hear it when I do that. So anyway, what are we going to do today? First episode of Grammar School Show and Tell. Here's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to show you guys, now that I've given you a tour of Wirecast and my screen here and what's going on. Let's see, there were a couple other comments. Gary has been my only participant so far, so I'd love for other people to jump in. But Gary said, adding vlogging to my resume right here on YouTube recently as well. Awesome. I wish you every success with that. And the spinning thing seems to be the bug. He gets it all the time. Have to close and reopen my app. Well, why don't we just try that? Why don't I close my Instagram and let's just start fresh so that when we go into, I'll go ahead and shut Cut Story 2 because I was going to show you guys that. Let's go back into my Instagram and hopefully we don't have any spinning wheel. And look at that. There's my friend, the Love Food Lifestyle. He's a great Instagrammer as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys today how I create Instagram stories that are longer. If you go into my Instagram as of today, I have like a 5-minute video, and I know that only one person has watched the whole thing, and it's Gary Cantrell. I saw the stats, and I don't know if they've been updated since I looked, but Gary, I think, was the only one who muscled through all 5 minutes of my Instagram stories today. I created actually created 3 videos. I created one that was about 2.5 minutes. I created another one that was about 1.5 minutes, and I created another one that was about 2 minutes roughly. And I pieced them all together in one to make one video. And then I chopped them all up into 15-minute segments so that I could upload them into Instagram. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Now, I haven't seen anybody, nobody has subscribed. I've got 6 people watching me on YouTube. I'd love to get new subscribers today. I have that ticker on the screen. No one has ticked that upwards while I've been live yet. And I have a little surprise, a little shtick. It's not a big deal, but it's fun. So if you decide to subscribe to my channel, you know what? We can see the little ticker creep up one, and I'll do my little shtick. And you can unsubscribe from me later if you feel so compelled. But I would love to have you with me because I'm really going to be working YouTube hard, and lots of live video and Instagram tips and tricks are coming your way on my YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm going to teach you today how to create longer Instagram stories videos, get them up on Instagram in a consecutive order so that you can do what I do and create awesome stories that are seamless. You know, they have little pauses every 15 seconds where it goes from one clip to the next, but otherwise it's a seamless 5 minutes of story or discussion or whatever it is you're doing. And it's better than constantly recording 15-second clips and having to upload each one individually and trying to start every 15 seconds where you left off on the last 15 seconds and moving forward. Instead, you can record the whole thing, make a 2-minute, 5-minute, 20-minute, whatever you want. I would advise 20-minute. That's kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, Steve Z is with us. He's already one of the 211. You know what? I know that Steve and Gary are both subscribers. I really want to wait until that ticker goes up one. But if it doesn't go up one soon and we get 2,212 followers, subscribers here on the Todd.LIVE channel, I will do the shtick just for Gary and Steve Z to kind of kick off. It's kind of corny, but it's fun and I like it. Okay, so here's what I do when I create longer Instagram stories. The first thing I do is I leave Instagram and I go directly into my onboard camera on my phone, okay? So what I'm going to do is, let's see, let me turn out around the screen. Now here's a downside of using the camera in your phone. While you're recording, if you want to switch cameras from the front to the back, you can't do it while you're recording like you can in other apps. Okay, that's the one downside, because there's a lot of times where I want to show people what it is I'm looking at, and then I want to turn the camera around and I want to talk to it without having to stop anything. Can't do that with the onboard camera in the iPhone. It kind of sucks, but it's the way it is. So let's go ahead and I'm going to create a little video, and I'm just going to start this and I'm going to talk to you while it's recording, and I'm going to record about a minute's worth here because I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, what do you guys think? Feel free to leave a comment below about what you think about what you see on the screen with the social media icons, with the icons that demonstrate what my show is, the Grammar School Show and Tell, what you think of the ticker, what you think of the chat box, what you think of bringing the iPhone onto the screen. Feel free to comment on any of that. I value your opinions, and if it's too cluttered, I know there's a lot of things going on here, but the reason I'm putting the chat box on there is I want to create participation. I want you guys to chat with me, and I want people to see it when you chat. I want you to have that recognition on the screen. I think it's a really good, awesome thing. YouTube totally didn't notify you. I have no idea why that happened. Hopefully that gets sorted out. I put my subscriber base on there because I want to see that thing going. Now it's going to take me a number of months or years to get to a point where it's just every time I go live, that thing's just turning. But I want that to happen. I want to grow my YouTube channel. I think Facebook stinks in a lot of ways. I think that Periscope stinks in a lot of ways. I love both of them. I do love Facebook in certain ways, and Periscope. I think Periscope is awesome for watching videos. The sound quality and the video quality. Oh, see, look at I've been talking so long. I've recorded a minute and a half. That's fine. So I'm going to stop recording that. We'll go back to that in a minute. But I want participation. I want people to be rewarded for commenting. I want when people subscribe, they know they've set that ticker up one, and I've had an opportunity to do my little shtick. And then, of course, the phone. You've got to have the phone on there because I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do things on Instagram and all sorts of things about Instagram. And the phone is what brings Instagram into the video for you. Bree, let's see. We got a couple more comments. Steve Z, everything looks good. Chat box is too small, but YouTube notified me of the show. The chat box is a little small. I don't know. I mean, I can read it on my screen, but if you're watching it on a mobile device, I can imagine it's kind of small. It probably is going to have to be that way because if I make it a whole lot bigger, it'll take up way too much screen. and there's got to be room for everything else that's on there. So, you know, it's really going to be best for people who are watching this on a large tablet or a computer screen. And you might be able to turn your phone sideways and where the video takes up the whole screen instead of just a small rectangle at the top, and it blows it up, and it might make it a little bit better. And then we've got a couple comments from Bree Palmer. This is pretty darn cool, though. You're the first person I've watched live on YouTube, for your information. Thank you, Bree. Bree and I go back a long way. She was one of my first podcast guests about 2 years ago. Bree.Palmer on Instagram. She's fabulous. Everybody loves Bree. She's a social media socialite. She's just got a great heart. She's a great super connector. She knows everybody. So if there's anybody you want to meet, I'm sure that Bree, you know, I've asked her before, hey, give me an introduction, and she's done it. She's also referred to me to a lot of people who would make great podcast guests. She's always thinking about that kind of stuff. So she's been a great friend. She's offered me a lot of value in her tips and her friendship, and I'm just delighted to have her with me. Bree also says, must be my setting. She'll check it later. I like the look of it. Very colorful, eye-popping. Cool, Gary. I like that you like it. Okay, now let's get back to the instructions. So we've recorded, if you remember a minute ago when I was talking too long, I recorded about 1 minute and 27 seconds worth of video. Okay, so let's presume that I want to give you, we're going to get a little tricky here, a little advanced. Actually, let's save that. No, let's don't. We're just going to do it. Because what I'm going to teach you will apply no matter what you're doing. So let's say I want to take a picture of my computer screen, and I want to do a video of my computer screen while I'm talking. And I want to include that in the 1 minute and 27 second video I did a minute ago. So I start a new video in my camera app, and I point it at whatever I want to point at. And as you know, right now I'm talking while I'm doing this, and I'm recording the screen of my computer. So we don't need this video to be very long. So I'll get it a little bit longer than 15 seconds so that there's some cut. There might be a cut. So we'll do 20 seconds here. Okay, so there we go. So I've created 2 videos. One was 1 minute and 27 seconds, and one was 20 seconds. So here I've got 2 apps that I'm going to be showing you today. And you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to create 2-second or 2 clips and splice them together and then cut them. You can do just one and just cut it, but you'll get it once I show you. So let's just do it. So I go into my Instagram video folder on my phone. I put all my video apps in one folder for Instagram so that I'm not always having to search around my phone and figure out what all I have. And I'll scroll through what I have here so you can take a quick look if you're watching on screen. So there's a few more there. Lapsit. I don't use the deeper you go in this folder, the least I use it. Now that video leap at the end, I'm actually paying a subscription of $5.99 for that thing, and I never use it because it's buried in this folder. I need to dig that out and start using it, or turn the $5.99 a month off. It's ridiculous. $5.99 a month, it's stupid. But I do think that very well may be the best video app out there. I've played with it a little. I just haven't had a chance to really dig into it. Okay, so the 2 apps I use for what I'm teaching you today are Video Shop, which you see there in the middle at the top, and Cut Story, which you see on the middle on the right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into Video Shop, and those are old videos that I've worked on before, old projects, but we're going to go in the upper right-hand corner, and we're going to touch the plus button, and we're going to touch Import Clip, and there's all the video clips going back to wherever. So the newest ones are always going to be at the bottom right. So you want to select them in order that you want them to display in this app. So the first one I did was 1 minute and 27. And you see when I selected it, it blocks it out and puts a check mark. And then the next one, I do the same thing. Okay, so those are the 2 videos I want to do. And I hit the word done. Now it's going to import them in. Now, I already know about that. So if I hit play, and you guys are going to hear this, I won't. So I won't talk while it's happening. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop it. I think I was scrolling through that over and over again. So what you see are the 2 clips, okay? I thought they would play consecutively, but they didn't. But they are consecutive, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm not even going to edit this. You can do all sorts of things in here that are really cool in this app. I'm just going to teach you how to splice them together and then cut them up. I've got 7 people watching on YouTube. Thank you, folks. I love having you with me. Please leave a comment if you're one of the people that haven't commented yet. I would love for you guys to comment and let me know you're here. Okay, so I'm just going to hit next. All I'm going to do, there's all sorts of things. Impose. I love impose. You can impose. You can take screenshots and stuff and blow them up to where they're the size of the rectangle, and you can put them in the middle of your video, and you can have them fade in and out so that you're talking in the background and things that you're talking about fade in and out. It's awesome. This app is fabulous. Video Shop. So I'm going to hit next, and what it's going to do is it's going to put these two videos and create one video. Okay. Why would I want to do that when I'm going to chop them up anyway? Because I want them to chop in 15-second segments. So the first segment, when you chop these, will be 15 seconds. And let's say you have a 3-minute video, or let's say it's 3 minutes. Let's say it's 1 minute and 8 seconds. So when you chop that, it's going to have 4 15-second clips and then 1 8-second clip. Okay. So it's really nice. Okay. I don't want to play with filter intensity. That pops up. Okay. So now I hit this button on the top right again, and that can send it to my photos. I choose photos at the bottom right, and it takes a minute to save the video. And let's remind people here that might show up in Facebook or Periscope. See that red banner at the bottom? Question and comments are addressed on YouTube only, okay? The cheap seats are in the background on those two iPads that don't have Instagram. I think one iPad has Instagram on it. I'm not sure. The other two iPads have Periscope and Facebook running. If you're watching on Periscope or Facebook, I encourage you to go to YouTube, find the search bar, type Todd.LIVE. Come and join us on YouTube. That's the premium seating. That's where I address people. That's where your comments get to be on the screen. That's where the fun happens. And I still haven't had anybody subscribe yet. I need somebody to subscribe to my channel during this broadcast so we can see the little number tick up. Let's see if it's even working. Let's see. I'm going to refresh the screen that has the ticker. Yeah, no one has subscribed during this show. Which is a real bummer. I think most of my viewers are subscribers, and I appreciate you guys. I would love to have somebody new just hit that subscribe button, and let's see that thing tick one time. I'll go nuts, folks, if that happens. Okay, so we back out of Video Shop, okay? So if you want to confirm what we've done, you can go into your camera roll, and you can go in here, and you will see that that video now is, let's see how long it is, 1:47, okay? So it's 1:47. Uh-oh, something just happened when I hit. I don't want that to happen. Something just happened to my screen. I don't like that. Let's see here. When I confirm that, now it put up a second phone. I don't like that one bit at all. Now I'm totally blocked out of the screen. I'm going to have to see how to fix that. Oh, boy. That's a bummer. Let's see here if I can get rid of that. You know what I can do? I can get rid of that. Give me a second here. I know what I can do. I will know not to do that again. Let's see. I'm going to minus that out. There we go. All right. Now I got to bring reflector back in. So bear with me while I bring in, that is a learning. That is something that I would have never known would have happened by going into my phone and playing a video. Let's see here. It'll take me just a second to get back on par. I got to create a new window here and bring it in so that we can have my phone. There we go. Let's see here. Reflector 3. All right, we're going to bring it in. Might take a minute. Bear with me just a second, folks. I got the wheel spinning on my computer screen. Okay, so, what it did was, it's this big thing. You know what I can do? Here, watch this. This is how cool. This software I'm using, I can crop the screen. Let's see here. Crop the left side. This is live video, folks. You can't plan for this stuff. Sometimes things just happen, and it got rid of the nice graphics of the iPhone X around the sides. So I can shrink it again. So we don't have the beautiful graphics of the iPhone X on the sides anymore. So it just looks like another window. That kind of stinks. It is what it is. Oh, and wait a minute. You didn't see me doing any of that cropping or anything because it doesn't do it in live. So I apologize. Hey, my subscriber count went up. Subscriber count went up. Okay, I got a cowbell for that occasion. Somebody subscribed today. I'm going to give you extra cowbell. We always want more cowbell. You're getting extra cowbell, whoever that was. All right, cowbell for the subscriber who subscribed. We got a new friend out there. Feel free to leave your name down there and tell me who you are. You are the very first subscriber to my YouTube channel during a live video. The ticker worked. I love it. It made my day, my friend, whoever that was. Okay, so, oh, you know what? It's not even showing. Now it's, oh, it's paused. That's why. Okay, so let's go back out. Let's make sure this thing is working. Okay, it had me pause on that awful image. Okay, so, oh yeah, we need to crop the screen a little bit more. Give me a second. I don't like that black bar on the side of that's going to drive me nuts. Let's see. Oh, wait, I cropped too much. Well, what the heck now? Okay, we're going to crop that side. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Bear with me, folks. This is a learning thing right here. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're in business. Okay, let's go back into Instagram. Oh, no, we have one more thing to do, don't we? We have one more thing to do. We need to cut this video up into 15-second segments and post them, okay? So you go into Cut Story. We've already confirmed that that video is there and working. We go into Cut Story and we select that video button over on the left side and we go into All Photos. That'll give you the latest version. Look at this. That's that 1:48. There it is. You hit the button in the bottom right-hand corner, Save. Boom. Now it's going to work. Oh, not yet. You have to choose the side. Look at that. They actually give you the specific cuts for Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Snapchat. Importing from this into Snapchat's a real pain in the butt. I don't do it. I only do this with Instagram. So let's hit Instagram because that's what we're going to post. And I'm actually not going to post this video. I'm just going to show you how to do it. This is a video that oh, we got another subscriber. 213. I got 2 new subscribers on my first live video. That is a good sign. I love you guys. It means everything that you're having a good enough time today. 30 minutes into this episode that you have chosen to hit the subscribe button. So thank you so much. I love seeing that thing tick. And I love sometimes, actually, I don't think I've seen it tick yet. I've looked at it, I've looked away and then I look back and then it's up 1. I love it. Okay. Cheap seats in the background. Come over on YouTube and join us. Okay. So it has cut that video, I think. Let's see here. Did I cut it already? I thought I cut it. Let's see here. Did I cut it? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. We did. It cut. Okay. Look at that. The 1:27 is the original. You see that there? It's up at the top, the second one from the left. That's the 1:27. That's the full video. Oh, no, it isn't. The 1:48 up at the top right. You see that? The 1:48. That was the one that we combined. That made one video. Down below, you see 4 15 seconds. Then you see 3 more in the next line down. And then you see one that's 3 seconds long. There was 3 seconds left over. So when you upload these into Instagram, there's going to be 8 total videos. All of them are going to be 15 seconds, except for the last one. It's going to be 3 seconds. So let me show you what you do. This is easy. You go into Instagram and you go to the camera feature, top left under that 1030 up there. And there I am in my live video studio. Look, that looks like Professor Nez in the background. That is Professor Nez. That must be on Instagram. I have Instagram stories playing on the iPad on the far, that's the left. And then I've got Facebook and YouTube on the other 2 iPads. Those are the cheap seats. I don't like the cheap seats all that much. I like the premium seats where you guys are over here on YouTube, where I've got 5 people watching and I've got 2 new subscribers. 2 new subscribers. We ring the cowbell for subscribers. Okay, so you go into Instagram, into that camera feature, and here you go. All you do is simply swipe up, and there's your content, okay? Now, if you look here, the first video up at the top is 3 seconds. That's the last video of the series. So you know that the 1:48 was the original. So if you scroll down a little bit, if you see right there in the middle box, kind of looks like Brady Bunch, right? In the middle box on the right, it's 1:48. I know if you're watching this on I did break YouTube, Bree. I broke Wirecast is what I broke. If you're watching this on a mobile device, I know these numbers could be small. but in the middle on the right is the one that's 1 minute and 48 seconds. Everyone past that going towards the top from the right to the left are the right ones. So the middle one, let's see, I'm going to put it the middle at the bottom right now. That is the first video. If I were going to post that, I would select it and I would doctor it with if you have the swipe up feature, use that link, doctor it with emoji or whatever. If you want to put something on there and then send it off, hitting the button, your story, that plus symbol down at the bottom. I'm not going to send it. Okay. So I'm going to discard it. So then when you've posted that one, you go to the next one. So that was the one in the middle at the bottom right here. The second one would be the one on the left at the bottom. And the third one would be the one in the middle at the right. And then the middle of the middle row. And then the left of the middle row. And then the right of the top row. And then the middle of the top row. And then, of course, the 3-second video is at the top of the left row. We lost some people on YouTube. Sorry to see people go. We still got 4 people with us, so forever grateful. I'm glad that people were with us. I know that it's 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning on a weekday, so I'm lucky to even have people with me during my live video, so I'm forever grateful. So that's how you do it, my friends. That is how you post. And let me show you what I did. This is from today. I posted a big story about going live here. Some of you may have seen it. I'll play 1 or 2 clips really quick. I won't bore you with too much of it. Why don't we start it at the beginning? So this was a 5-minute video that I totally... So see, it's a seamless transition. I'll give you another trick too. When I create a video like that, that's like 5 minutes long, I try to tease whatever content I'm talking about at the very first 15 seconds. And that's the only video where I put, if you see here, that's the only video where I geotagged it. And it's the only video where I hashtagged it. Because when you put hashtags and geotags throughout your entire story, it screws up the algorithm. It makes it hard. So what you want to do is you want 15 seconds to be the tease. That's where you want to tell people if they watch it, what's coming. That's what that video is for. It's not just to tease your own crowd, but it's also to tease people that find you from the hashtag or geotag search. If you can pique their interest with the first 15 seconds, they might come over and check out the rest of your story. They're not going to see the rest of your story unless they're following you. And if they see any more of it, if you've geotagged and hashtag other segments, they're going to see it in pieces and maybe not in the right order. And it's going to suck for them. They're going to not know what the heck's going on. So that's what I do. Now, that is it, my friends. I mean, that is it. That's how easy it is to create a video with an iPhone, and I'm sure you can do this with an Android, to create a video that is longer, splice it together. Let's talk about those apps one more time as we're closing out. Splice it together with Video Shop, right? Let's see if I can go back to the home screen. Video Shop there. You see there's my latest video, so Video Shop's giving it 1:47. The other app was giving it 1:48. Real close, but there's my content right there. That's the full video uncut at the top, and Video Shop works down. So the further back you go, the older the video content that you created within Video Shop gets. So Video Shop for splicing it together and all sorts of other goodies, and then Cut Story to chop it up before you send it into Instagram. So 34 minutes into this. Oh, I don't want to turn my phone off because now I'm going to have a black. You know what? I'll just get rid of that. Actually, I won't. Because then I will, let's see here. I can get rid of the phone. There's no reason to keep the phone at this point of the episode. Boom. Now you're going to see, okay, there it is, gone. I'll keep the chat box up in case anybody wants to leave a question or a comment. I've still got 5 people with me on YouTube. I would love to ring the bell again. I got to ring it twice today. Went from 211 to 213 followers in my inaugural episode of Grammar School Show and Tell. I am recording this for podcast. Okay, folks on live video, and if you're listening to this on the podcast, you already know this. I was thinking very seriously about recording these for the podcast just for the kicks of the people who listen to a podcast. I mean, they don't have to listen to these episodes if they don't want to, but it enlightens them as to what we talk about on Grammar School Show and Tell, on the trifecta, the YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. Of course, YouTube is the premium seats. Facebook and Periscope are the cheap seats. But I would love to know what you think of this broadcast today for an inaugural episode. Did I lose it? I just lost YouTube for some reason. I just lost YouTube, I think. Did I lose? You know what? Stream resumed. Something happened on YouTube. I lost it for a moment there. It looked like it was going to upload it. That sucked. I'm glad it didn't. Maybe I broke YouTube today. But for my inaugural episode, I mean, we got through. I actually thought I would get through these two apps a lot faster. But I wanted to share with you a little bit about what the show's going to be about. I wanted to share with you what you see on screen and what that's all about. And I wanted to be thorough on these apps so that if you go out and use them, you're off and running really, really quickly. I would love to hear your comments. All of you that are my friends already on Instagram, that are in my Instagram groups, whatever, send me a private message, talk about it in the group, what you thought of the show, what you liked, what you didn't like. Particularly if there's anything you didn't like, I definitely want to hear about that. But I to have you guys as friends and with me on these journeys, means the world to me. I love you guys like you wouldn't even know. Doing this kind of thing and creating content and having people respond is one of the greatest things I've ever done in 47 years. It's up there with having kids. I mean, it's just awesome when you connect with people all over the world and they respond positively, to your content, or if it's not always positive, they tell you, hey, this is what you could do to make better. This is the thing that didn't work for me. This is what you could do to make better, make it better. So I love that kind of stuff. So, hey, Gary Cantrell said, congrats on the first show and tell, Todd. He enjoyed it. Gary is a great friend of mine. I mean, he is with me all over the place, and I'm just so honored, Gary, to have you a part of my life and to experience your journey through Instagram and your podcast when I can catch it. I've caught like 3 episodes and I love it. I think that you're fantastic at what you do. Bree Palmer, same thing. Steve Z. You guys are just fabulous. I don't know what I'd do without you. I just love the friends that I've made online. Podcast folks, you can tune into my YouTube channel, Todd.LIVE, Instagram, of course, Todd.LIVE, Facebook, Todd.LIVE, Periscope, Todd Bergen. I'm Todd Bergen on Periscope. They don't allow me, and somebody else had Todd.LIVE. I think that's going to be it, folks. You know what? I didn't play the music today. I was going to play the music going into this thing. Let's play the outro for the podcast people as I shut down the live stream.
Thanks so much for listening. Grammar School with Todd.LIVE. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit www.todd.live and instagram.com/Todd.LIVE. You can get regular live show and tell bonus tutorials at my Grammar School Facebook page, facebook.com/Grammar Students. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time on Grammar School with Todd.LIVE.